I am so done with this women's sip meme, chat.
Women.
The sentence "don't objectify women" has women as the object of the sentence.
Stop!
Welcome, brothers. In today's video, we'll see frustrated single women criticizing aspects of married women's lives, which they find annoying because they believe it's enforced by the patriarchy, while married women themselves are not bothered by this. Before we go on, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Brothers, we now have Super Chat active, so if you want to support this project, your contributions would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's get started.
Weddings and babies and wine. Weddings and babies and wine. Oh, I'm a female character written by men, so I also only care about weddings and babies and wine. Oh, excuse me, I have to go call my husband and get mad about something stupid no one would ever actually be mad about. Of course! Go ahead, it's been several minutes without a joke about women being needy and paranoid. Oh, this is the insulting social construct that movies and TV teach us is realistic. Where are you? What are you doing? It's time to grow up and sell the motorcycle and your other favorite things that I hate just because I police your fun. Have you trapped a man with no self-agency who's way less attractive than you into a commitment yet? No, I'm important boss woman who's about to realize all she really wants is weddings and babies and wine.
She mocks the woman who chooses the path of a family, always saying that the pattern or a character written by a man, of course, because a man can only write characters where you are either the housewife or the empowered single boss. Why is this the case? Simply because a woman is just choosing one of these two paths, or the third, living as an addict to something. It's like if you ask a woman what the role of a man is, they all say he's the provider or the entrepreneur. But a man is also the builder, the soldier, the president, the street cleaner. Why does a man have so many roles? Because in real life, a man risks all of that. Just look at the recent superheroine movies where even women don't like being that strong character because they all fail at the box office. The irony is, she made that video as an insult to men. In the comments of the same video, many women said they'd prefer to have babies, wine, and weddings. Many also wrote about how they were the boss and regret it because their life is lonely. Others said that when they were the boss, they got exhausted from having so much responsibility. What irony, brothers. It seems being the character who stays at home with the babies is actually the role that all want to play. So, point for the patriarchy.
I've been married only 8 months and I have really tried to refrain from giving marriage advice or anything like that because I cannot stand, like one time I saw this girl get married and like 4 weeks after she put out this long post of all these things that she learned in marriage and I was like, girl, like BFFR, like be for real. But I also don't want to be like fake and give people a wrong perception of marriage as if it's like all perfect, especially your first year and like it's all rainbows and butterflies and there's no struggle, because that's not the case either. And honestly, marriage is really freaking hard. Like for real, you're taking two imperfect people, two people who were raised completely differently probably, and you're putting them together and you expect nothing to go wrong. You expect everything to be perfect. Yeah, no, you're human. You're gonna have disagreements. You're gonna view things differently. You're gonna have to work out different things of how you communicate, different ways that you clean, like just stuff like that, everyday stuff. And then really serious issues too that like you might not have known like while you were dating. I just think it's really easy for creators specifically to like get on social media and put on this perfect persona, like everything's great and they never have issues. But like that's just not reality, and I hope that like my page can always be a page of honesty. That's what I started it as, and that's what I will continue to do. But marriage is hard, okay? I did a video the other day talking about the friends that you have in marriage, and specifically the ones that you're reaching out to is so important because your human side of you, it might be too much to handle sometimes. You want to make sure that the people who are in your circle are helping you remember why you got married in the first place and going to people who have a healthy relationship that you can learn from. And so if you're in your first few years of marriage and it's hard sometimes, it's okay. That's normal. And so I hope that this video just helps you not feel as alone and helps you feel human, because that's what we are and it's life and it happens. And so keep on going, keep moving forward. It's gonna be okay. And if you like content like this, then give me a follow.
I must say, this woman is the only one in many videos whom I can say gives honest advice, because marriage isn't easy. It involves two people with differences that have to coexist, and this is more difficult today when people spend so much time alone adapting to another person. That's why it's becoming so hard for women to find a partner. Many live a single life where they can do whatever they want, and then transition to a married life where there are rules. That's why marriages don't last. That's why the advice of this girl is well-intentioned, because she doesn't sell you a perfect life, nor does she talk as if she has years of experience. Unlike those smoke and mirrors dating coaches who invent ridiculous titles claiming to be specialists in something that doesn't exist just to sell you consultancy. Nor does she talk about what to do in a relationship from her imagination, because she doesn't have a relationship. I've always said you can't compare stage 1 of a relationship, which is love and happiness where people walk on eggshells to not upset the other, with stage 10, where you've been through different situations and still decide to be together, knowing each other's differences. Good for this woman who understands that being married to a man comes with challenges. She doesn't live blaming her happiness or unhappiness on the man.
I know a lot of men out there that would love to be married again. Like they would do it in a heartbeat. And I totally get it, really. I would love to have a wife. I mean, I know what I did as a wife, and let me tell you, it would be nice. I'm just imagining, I mean, if I had a wife, I'd come home and dinner would be cooked and all the errands would be ran and the kids would be taken care of and the house would be, clean. I mean, I wouldn't say anything if it wasn't, but eventually it does get clean by her. She would also take care of my womanly needs. And don't worry, I would come home, take out the trash once in a while, hire someone to mow the lawn. I'd play with the kids, make sure I had a bond with them. But I'd also have plenty of time to go hang with my friends. Go for a night out, cocktails. And if I wanted to have my friends over for Banco night or something, I mean, I would have her make like her special dishes that she's really good at, that all my friends really like. And then she'd make sure the house was clean. And I also would, make sure that she'd have the kids all in bed. And if we ever got in a pinch where we needed an extra amount of income, she could do that too, while also taking care of all those other things. So yeah, I totally get it. I mean, who wouldn't want a wife? I just don't want to be one ever again. That's not going to happen.
Firstly, it won't happen because I doubt anyone wants a woman who's hit the wall, gone through one or several divorces, with an attitude that's not wife-like as described, and besides, we all know the wall is unforgiving, so you might as well get a cat. Secondly, she talks about the benefits of having a wife, but where are the benefits of having a husband? Do you think that if you work, you can bring to the table everything that a man does, when it's known that only when a woman is a professional with a very good job does she manage to earn at least what an average family man does? Furthermore, it's great to have a husband who covers your financial needs, who puts food on your table, buys you a house, a car, gives you a credit card, gives you access to savings, where you don't have to worry about your health insurance, car insurance, your medication, your children's medication, who pays all your expenses and those of the children, allows you to go to the gym, out to eat with friends, or to the bar at night with your friends while he stays home taking care of the kids. Besides, some men even cook better than women, do part of the house chores, and still cover your debts. But of course, the only thing that always matters is what a woman brings to the table. That's why, according to this woman, the husband is replaceable with a job. Then they wonder why they're alone.
That is so funny to me. And the reason why this is so funny to me is because the men getting those invitations will finally realize how women feel 99% of the time. I would take it one step further and not even put Mrs. and just put MS. Because why not? Maybe put the woman's last name instead of the man's. Spice things up a bit. And when you get those angry guests calling you, asking why the invitations were written this way, it's gonna be the best justification that the patriarchy exists.
The reasoning of a woman who has never been married is this. She believes that men are affected by this, when in reality, most of these invitations are managed by the wife. The man is simply told, "We have an event on such a date this month." Men don't care about this, only if they are single and their name is spelled wrong on an invitation. But what can the single woman without a man know? Believe me, for many women, one of the greatest honors is to be the wife of so-and-so, to carry his surname, or have their children bear his surname. Do you know how many men have left great legacies and their surname is synonymous with status? Do you think if these women are told that they won't have their husband's surname on the day of their wedding, that each introduction will be welcome, so and Mrs. with her own surname, it shows that you're not worthy to be presented as that man's wife? For a man, the surname is a legacy. That's why there are men who have achieved such success that they paid their grandchildren to keep their surname, buying the name from their daughter's husband, because they want to leave their legacy across generations and not lose their surname along the way. This is why men always want to have a son. This is why men build things to put their name on them. This is why they make donations and do works. Ask any woman who married a famous man if she wants to lose her husband's surname or not have her children bear it, and see their response.
I've decided that I'm going to start a series where I respond to the terrible men who say not all men or what man actually said that with proof of men who indeed actually said that. Like I always disclaim in my videos, we know that it's not all men, but it's enough of them, and you just choose not to hear us when we say that. Because so many of you are dead set on not hearing us, instead of responding with what we've learned from our experiences as women, because we know you don't care about that, I will be responding with the words of other terrible men, because then you might listen. One of the favorite lines by men who love to discredit women is, "Who actually said that?" or "What man actually said that?" And before the men come in here saying, "Who said that?" You can see here this person is talking about how men think saying "I hate men" is such a vile, terrible thing to say, when some men say very disgusting things like this. To which this man responded, "Who said that exactly?" Thank you for asking. Let me show you. This is a video of a boy talking about R-wording his unalived female classmates in the event of a school bang bang. And just in case the proof of the exact person who said that exact thing isn't enough, let me show you the comments. The one girl that was playing dead, and the creator again, she thought she was slick. "I don't need Riz in this situation. They're still warm for real. I like them cold. They're already gone, it wouldn't even matter. The police arrived staring at you. I'm cutting in, move over." And just in case even that wasn't enough proof of the terrible men who actually say and agree with these disgusting things, here's another man discrediting the original poster with another one of these terrible men's favorite lines. "It's not all men." He says, "This isn't a lot of them, you just accidentally stumbled into a cesspool of degens." He calls it extremist views and says, by a large margin, those people don't really exist. To which I will respond by saying, what the fuck are you actually talking about? This video had almost 700,000 likes, and a good majority of those 12,000 comments were very similar to the ones I just showed. And I don't know about you, but if I found something this repulsive on my timeline, which actually I wouldn't, because I wouldn't end up in that algorithm, which also speaks a lot for you guys. Even if I somehow came across a video with a sick joke like this, I damn sure wouldn't be leaving a like on it. And that large amount of numbers is just on one little blip of a video on this endless worldwide internet. But I do think it'll be interesting to see how the terrible men respond to me, responding to them with the words of other terrible men. It'll be my fun little science experiment.
The internet is full of very bad people, but this applies to both genders, as well as the various other genders. There will always be someone resentful. Just as there are men of value, who focus on their life goals and their families without meddling in others' lives, there are also simps, men giving their attention to women who would never look their way, who despise them. But there are also hateful women. Why else do you think the term Karen was invented? To describe annoying women. Why do you think magazines or celebrity gossip channels are targeted at women? Why do you think workplaces with many women are the most toxic? Or simply, why do you think there are so many women on TikTok these days, complaining about everything? Because in these mediums, they find a place to unleash all their hatred towards men, or anything that doesn't go their way. So, it's not particularly a man's thing. You said it yourself. You see many comments, though not many from men. These are the ones you actually ignore but pay attention to because, in the end, you need male validation. That's why you see that when an unattractive girl posts a photo on Instagram, she still feels unattractive, even if she gets hundreds of comments from her friends and acquaintances. She feels this way because there isn't a single comment from a man. That's what hurts them. So, stop seeking men's attention. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about the opinions of these women? What do you think are the benefits of having a husband? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.